What's up, everybody? I'm Rob Howe, the Rockstar Realtor, and today I'm going to take some questions and give answers about selling your home in 2020. After this, you'll know how. Let's go.
Hey, that's me, Rob Howe. I was hitting the stage almost every night like a real rock star, but I was making no money. That's when I realized I needed a career change. So I got my real estate license and boom! Everything changed. My destiny was revealed. Now, my clients are the rock stars and the home is the stage. That's why I'm Rob Howe, the Rockstar Realtor.
I get interesting questions all the time about selling real estate in 2020. Let's get into it.
What do I gotta look for in an agent that's trying to sell my house? I'm looking for a real estate agent, a realtor, to sell my house.
Number one, in my opinion, is do they have a plan? Gotta have a plan. And every home is a little bit different. There are obviously homes that are similar, but for the most part, your home needs a specific plan. So do they have a plan? And then video, photos. And also, you know, it'd be nice if you have an agent that has a personal brand that they can bring to that listing. This is huge in this market. And being able to use social media, being able to use YouTube. I mean, what you're seeing here, right? You want to see that they're not afraid to get out there and show your home, and maybe even do a little voiceover on the home and a virtual walkthrough. You need to target the people that are going to want to see your home. Target marketing is huge these days. You know how when you want a pair of shoes, you looked at it one time and now it's everywhere. It's on your phone, it's on your computer, they got shoes they're trying to sell you. That needs to happen with your home too. There's home buyers that are looking for your home, and you know what? They've searched, and we want our home to show up on their search. Any good agent is getting a lot of referrals because of their reputation. You know, when you ask around, hey, who's your favorite realtor? Listen to what's said. Listen to what your friends are telling you and what experiences they had. Now maybe even check their reviews. Now sometimes us agents get a little forgetful and we don't ask for reviews, but if somebody really disliked things, they might have put a review on there that you need to read, just like any other product. And these days, that's all very helpful information.
So you're telling me I gotta do things to get my house ready? Rob, I thought you were gonna do that. I gotta go around and do things to get my house ready for real?
Yeah, I'm actually telling you that you're not gonna be able to do nothing to sell your home. It's gonna be a team that's created and a rapport you're gonna need to have with your agent. So if you're not feeling that rapport when you interview agents, that's probably a pretty good red flag that you're gonna have a harder time than you should. So you wanna make sure you have a good rapport with your agent. Understand you're going to be helping, but your agent's gonna do the mainstay of the work, of course. Even if you're in a situation where it's very hard for you, I know that, you know, I've worked with people who are disabled, and I can bring in people to help make the process easier. But obviously, the more that we can help each other, the more that sale is gonna go very smoothly. Comfort is very important. Clarity and having that plan is going to be a teamwork.
Oh man, what else do I gotta do to get my house ready?
I would go with the 3 S's. Sights, sounds, and smells. When somebody walks in that home, you want the sights to hit them, you want the sounds to hit them, and you want the smell of the home to hit them as well. And know your target audience as well. I mean, having some light music on. Classical's great. You know, people walk in and they have that feeling. But if your home has a little bit more of a modern, you know, maybe you're thinking that your target audience is going to be different. Maybe you go with something that's chill alt rock music. I don't know. That's what I like. But certainly you need that home to be absolutely ready for showings, which means that you're going to clear it out. You're going to declutter as much as possible. This means you might need to live a little differently than you normally do. So when you bust out the coffee machine, you might need to put it away after you do it. Now sometimes a coffee machine looks fine, but it depends on the size of your kitchen, the size of the countertops, and the amount of things that you might want to see out on that countertop. And same thing for your bathrooms. You want them clear, wide open. You want depersonalization throughout the home because you're trying to sell it to a new person or family. they've got to be able to envision that home with them in it. Your things are generally going to be lovely. One of my favorite parts of selling a home is seeing what people do with it. When they get their hands on their new home, seeing how they beautify it for themselves. But you have to remember, some of those things are for you, and some of those things don't go as well for a sale. So when you sell the home, you're trying to widen your audience as much as possible. As many people that can enjoy that, make it as universal as possible. That's what we need. In rare cases, we are looking for a niche buyer, and there are things and times where in that moment we can see that this is something we want to keep in place because it fits the motif. But that's a little bit more rare, and I would definitely get into that a little bit more one-on-one, each individual property that I look at. That's how I would determine when we have those moments.
Hey, come here. I'm thinking about selling my home, but I don't want to tell my neighbors. How do I do that? Can I do that?
Oh, so you want to keep the sale a secret? You can do that, sort of. But here's the thing. Your neighbors are probably going to notice that there's people coming over to see the property. You know, buyers are coming and going from the property. They're going to figure it out. So my best suggestion is to barrel through and get it done. Quicker the better. If you've got an issue with your neighbor, I mean, sometimes you're doing them a favor. Most times you're doing them a great favor by selling your home for the maximum value that you can get out of it. And you know, sometimes they even know the buyer. It's like, hey, Chuck, we got our neighbors for sale. I know you've been wanting to move into our neighborhood for a while. Maybe it's somebody's sister. Hey, Nancy, come on over. This house is for sale now. So now there can be moments, I understand, where there's animosity, but barrel through it. Get it done. It's a win-win for everybody the faster you get it done. So I say, let your neighbors be your best friend, even when they're not.
Do I really have to break bread to sell my home?
No, I mean, that'd be lovely, but not always. I mean, obviously you have plugins, as long as it's not too overpowering, scented candles. And one of my favorites, the essential oil diffusers as well. Those are awesome, and they really, they don't necessarily overpower the home with smells.
What about my fridge? How clean this thing gotta be, man?
You know, it's best if everything is clean and neat and organized, but some things are not going to be expected to be in perfect shape, like your refrigerator. I mean, I generally tell people don't even open refrigerators in homes, but you know, sometimes a buyer will go and crack it open. I mean, just make sure that, you know, the pancake syrup isn't running all over the place and your fruits and vegetables aren't dying and smelling in the fridge, you know, little things like that.
I'm still living here. What do I do with all my stuff? Where do I put it? You're gonna sell my house and I got all this stuff around, you want me to clean up and stuff? Well, what do I do with my stuff?
What you're gonna do with your things is make sure that you have decluttered and put those things that don't need to be in place in another place, like the garage. Your garage is your best friend because most people expect the garage is not gonna be in some great condition. It's wonderful if we can have the whole house clear and for a buyer to see everything, but the garage is the place where people are forgiving. If you have things that might be, you know, can't be out in our Vegas weather during the summer or even during the winter, then maybe a air-cooled or conditioned storage unit is the way to go. But it's all about preparation, and these things might be a little bit of a pain in the butt up front, but they're gonna make you money. And what do we wanna do when we sell your home? We wanna make you money.
So, Rob, what if I wanna sell my house and I have animals? I mean, I've got a giant polar bear and a crocodile pit.
You've got a crocodile pig? Crocodile pig. What even is that? Well, anyways, with any normal pets, well, usual pets that you would see in a home, we want them to be in a place where they're not going to get in the way. If we can have them with you when you leave the home, that would be the best way to deal with that. Or if you have somewhere else that they can go during the time that we're doing showings and somebody can take care of them, that is a lesser way of doing it because, you know, I know how it is. I wouldn't want to be away from my dog for too long. But yes, oftentimes it'll be, let's go for a ride, and it's part of the protocol of preparing for showing. Let's hop in the car, get the pets going, and let's go for a ride. Now, if you have a dog run, that's beautiful because maybe you can put the dog in the dog run. But you don't want that dog that's going to come out of nowhere barking at people, scaring the bejesus out of your potential buyers. It just makes the viewing uncomfortable. So if we have really nice, friendly pets, sometimes they can be left there, and that might be just fine. And we also have to make sure that we're not doing anything that might cause you liability. We need to make you money, not cause you problems. So the last thing we're going to do is do anything that causes problems to whether it's yourself, your pet, the buyers, or anybody else.
My house is half a jungle, and I've got car parts all over the place, trees that are growing all over the place. I mean, do I need to clean this up before I sell the home?
You got a jungle in your yard? Oh man. Well, you know, I could make that a selling point to some degree, but I would say for the most part, just like the home, we're gonna wanna get that yard ready. So if we need to do some trimming and clearing out and getting that yard ready, that's exactly what we wanna do. When they talk about curb appeal, that's what it is. When you roll up to a home, you want to see that it's nice and manicured and ready to go. So I do have people that I can send out. I know sometimes homeowners are very independent and they say, you know what, I'm going to get out there and do that. And as long as it's not a major job, then we can do that. But absolutely you want your home ready, and always for declutter, for, you know, pulling back that landscape. I mean, planting beautiful flowers in front of your door, having, you know, potted plants in the right places that really bring some color and add some, you know, things to the home are wonderful. Those are wonderful tools to use. I call them tools because, you know, that's what they are. Along with all of that, we need to make sure that home is cleaned up. I have people to come in and clean if that's what we need. But also, a lot of my homeowners are very independent. Again, they already have their housekeepers. They already have themselves that they do the work, they do the cleaning themselves. So you want to make sure that's done, of course. The home needs to be in great shape, as clean as possible. You know, if we need a carpet cleaner. Rebel Carpet Cleaning, I always refer people to them. Sebastian is awesome. He's a personal friend of mine that I've known nearly my entire life, and he just does an excellent job. So you want your carpets clean, and you want your tile clean as well. Sometimes we can clean up that grout if it's looking a little dirty. The cost versus value that you get out of it, when I look at upgrades for your home, when I look at the type of cost that it might cost to clean up your home and get it ready, you're talking about 3 to 1 on your money. And that's good money in my world, and it should be in yours.
I need to know if you have a plan. Do you or don't you have a plan?
You have a showing protocol, and that's part of the plan of getting the home ready before you leave, or however you're going to do your showings. So we're going to schedule a showing. If you live in the home, generally best to leave. You don't have to, but especially right now, the less people, the better. Staying, you know, probably stay. There'll be a place that you just want to go and be where they aren't, where the buyers, when they come in, aren't going to bother you. You're not going to bother them. That way they can feel comfortable to see the whole entire home. And same thing when you're staying, you're still gonna go through the protocol of flipping all the lights on, making sure it's nice and bright in the right areas, making sure your countertops are open and clean, and those things that you might have used during the day need to go and do a quick tidying up. Ideally, you've got that down to a T after the first 1 or 2 showings, and it's relatively simple process. If you want the easiest way, vacant home. If you can make it possible to where you're selling your home and nobody's home, and that means it's vacant, that is the easiest way. Vacant homes sell fast. And people right now know if it's vacant, guess what they can do? They can buy it and live in it very quickly. My big thing is, whenever you're getting your home ready to go, is the 1 foot out the door approach. So you want to look like you're ready to go. And now some people say, wait a minute, that shows my cards. That shows that I need to sell, and yeah, but you're also serious. It shows that you're serious. And it shows buyers they need to be serious. So the more that you send that signal that, hey, I'm open for business. This home can be yours. And you've depersonalized it, made it open for everybody to see that they can live there. Now they know to bring that serious offer. And that's what's gonna make you more cheddar. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. There's a lot more where that came from, many more questions and answers, and every Monday I'll drop a new video on YouTube. So smash that subscribe button. Comment, tell me things that you want to tell me. I want to know what you're thinking, and I'm going to do videos based on what you're thinking. I'm Rob Howe, the Rockstar Realtor, and now you know how. See you on the next one.